Hello and welcome to Healing Inspiration. I am Ramona and today's reading is what do you need to focus on in order to improve your life? And we have 4 piles. The timestamps will be in the description box. I offer personal private readings. My contact information is in the description box if you're interested in one of those. And if you would like to donate to my channel, I have Cash App and PayPal, and a donation of any amount would be appreciated. And finally, I'm having a giveaway once I reach 1,000 subscribers. That is 2 free 1-question readings. So there will be 2 winners. So if you would like to enter for that, look at what's required to do that. And I will introduce the piles and get into your readings. The first stone, pile 1, is the blue apatite. Pile 2 is a rose quartz wand. Pile 3 is the amethyst. And pile 4 is the scolecite. So go ahead, choose your pile or piles, and we'll get into your reading. Hi, pile 1, this is your reading if you chose the blue apatite stone. And this is, what do you need to focus on to most improve your life? And we'll pull out the cards and then we'll talk about them. From the Chakra Oracle deck, we have Soulmate. Then we have Vanity. From the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, we have the 2 Wands. And the Empress. From the Goddess Power Oracle deck, we have card number 11, Nurturer. Then we have card number 13, Lost or New Beginnings. And we have the Sun. That's the Energy Oracle deck. And then we have Anxiety, card number 18. From the Wild Offering Oracle deck, we have Creative Blocks. If you're an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Maybe bees might be significant to somebody, or a sign. And then we have forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. From the Magical Spell deck, we have card number 19, Inspiration. Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. And finally, we have card number 40, Psychic Protection. Around me now, a shield of gold, protecting me, strong and bold. Okay, the first thing that if you have a soulmate relationship in your life, whether that's romantic or not romantic, that's the first thing coming out that you need to focus on. I feel like you need to step back and meditate on the situation and meditate on the solutions and not the problems. And really invest in nurturing that connection if there are issues that have to do with you, and depending on what your power is, because you can't control another person, you can only control what you're able to do. So as far as it matters to you, what can you do to nurture the soulmate situation? If this resonates with you, if you are having an issue with a soulmate relationship. So to really take that time to gain insight about the other person, what they need, what they think and feel, but also what you need, what you think, and what you feel about the situation. I'm not saying to invest in something that you're not getting your needs met in as well, at least to some extent. And really determining, if this situation is right for you, and if you feel like it is, to do your part and gain new insight on how to invest in a situation to create a new beginning. And I think part of that is going to have to do with forgiveness. And forgiveness is not about, and this could apply to anybody, whether or not you have a soulmate situation. So forgiveness is not about saying that what the other person did or did not do is or was okay. It's accepting that it happened, it is what it is, and realize that people, you or I, we all do the best we can do at any given time. They're doing the best they can do. You're doing the best you can do with the information you have, the capabilities you have, thinking about every variable in there. You're doing the best you can. So forgiveness is truly just accepting that's what is, that's what happened, and now you can accept that it happened, and you're ready to start afresh. Whether it's starting afresh by moving on from a situation that is not serving you, is not serving the other person, or by nurturing it and accepting it. This is also about nurturing your own heart in the situation. What is your heart telling you? What does your heart need? I do feel there's going to be a lot of enlightenment. So I think this is also saying to focus on the light. Focus on the light and focus on what lights you up. And I'm thinking the sun sign, and the sun is typically in the first house. Well, it is in the first house. And I think it's also, this reading's also saying, for some of you, to focus on how you show up in the world. So these cards look very similar to me in the sunshine. We have the sun, the Empress, and new beginnings. And I feel like you're going to create a new beginning for yourself. And that's one of the things you should focus on. And with yourself. What do you want? What do you need? What do you think? What do you feel? What makes you feel beautiful? What makes you feel attractive, handsome? To really step into that. How do you show up in the world? How do you want to dress? How do you want to... What personality traits do you want to express? Who are you authentically? And bringing that to the forefront of what you show to the world. I think with this healing and this self-forgiveness or forgiveness of others, I think that's going to give you a new sense of freedom to be completely and authentically you. And it's going to create that new beginning for you. I think some of you, I am feeling a sense of, and also with this vanity card, I mean, some of you may feel as though like working on yourself and how you look, or these things that people consider shallow. Maybe some of you have an aversion to doing that, but I feel like this is saying to focus on your appearance in such a way of how does it make you feel to dress a certain way, or to have your hair a certain way, or if you do makeup or you don't, how does that make you feel? To invest in your appearance in such a way that makes you feel like you stand out, that makes you feel handsome, that makes you feel beautiful. To step into your light and what makes you shine, and to put effort and focus on that. I'm feeling some of you, it might be helpful for you to do mirror work, as in looking in the mirror at yourself, looking deeply into your eyes, whether you want to do it nude or whatever it is, but give yourself affirmations in the mirror, and really and even if you don't want to do the affirmations, to really take a good look at you and start to become comfortable with yourself. Start to be grateful for your appearance, what you look like, but also those things within your soul and your gifts and your talents and what makes you sparkle and shine. With this Two of Wands as well, another thing to focus on is thinking about your goals in life, your goals, your creative projects, what you want to see for your relationships, what you want to see for your career, what you see for your purpose, your home and your family, your loved ones, just for travel, and looking at those things and making a practical action plan. What is your goal? Why do you have that goal? How does that make you feel? To then write the steps it will take, even the smaller steps it will take to get to that plan, and then put it in a schedule, how you're going to take those steps, when you're going to take those steps, and what steps you're going to take. And to really put a practical plan together, something that's doable, something that's time limited, something for each of your particular goals. And then whatever is the highest priority for you, first take action into that direction. Brainstorm, what can you do about the situation? Meditate on the solution. And then we have both creative blocks and inspiration. We also have the Empress here. So, and I feel with this card number 1 as well, and the Empress, this also is regarding creativity. And I do feel that you exploring your creativity is going to help you to get in touch with yourself and your authenticity. And some of you, if you're not allergic, I think honey might be beneficial for you. Or considering the bee. That's interesting, considering the bee, because of how they operate, how they create. Because they are essential, they're so small, and they're essential for our entire ecosystem, really. And if the bee disappears, we disappear too. But to bring some kind of a sweetness into your life, to indulge in what's sweet to you. And give yourself permission to indulge in that which makes you feel good, in order to create new inspiration and creativity, to try to think outside of the box. And the final thing I see coming up here, we have this anxiety and we have psychic protection. Like outside there's a storm here. And with the anxiety, I feel like it's fearing the storm. So we have the sunshine here. The sunshine always is there, even beyond the storm and behind the clouds. The sunshine is still there. And I think you need to work on your thinking processes and your fears, and possibly, sage in your house, using crystals, using meditation of protection meditations. I'm also thinking about like Himalayan sea salt. That's something you can put around your house to feel protected, something you can sleep by, to wear crystals that are protective, like either red ones or black ones, black onyx, black obsidian, also hematite is a very protective one. And if you suffer anxiety, tiger's eye, also working with some amethyst. And if you, lavender is helpful. If you do, taking passion flower, and I'm thinking kava kava, if you, as long as you don't have any allergic reactions or anything like that. But definitely consult a physician or something like that if that's of interest to you. And here, I mean, that is a 2, but I see 1111 and the new beginning. So I do feel there's a new portal opening up for you. I think some of you may benefit from like dyeing your hair, even getting colored contacts or something. Like nurturing your outward appearance. In some ways, as you nurture your health, your outward appearance is also affected positively. And to do something fun as well. That will help you to tap into your creativity. And it doesn't have to be what exactly your project is or what, because this says creative blocks. So if you're having a block on a project or something, or somewhere in your life, to tap into creativity somewhere else. So you can, something that's easier for you to do, something that brings you, that's fun for you to do, that's easier for you to do than whatever this area is blocked. So once you get into the flow and something else, that will open up, that will raise your frequency and open up that ability to pull that, to get past that block as well. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's definitely progress and movement for you, and you're moving toward your stability. And I definitely see a new beginning for you, and happiness, and beauty and abundance, and stepping into your divine feminine power. So that was a lot, and that's what I have for you, Pile 1. If that resonated, please like the video and comment with a bee or a sunshine, and subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. I do upload new content almost every day. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day or evening wherever you are in the world. I thank you so much for watching my video, coming to my channel, and if you have any ideas for readings you'd like to see in the future or anything else, please put that in the comments. I'd appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to move on to pile number 2. Hi, pile 2. This is your reading if you chose the rose quartz wand. This is what should you focus on in order to improve your life? And we'll pull your cards and then talk about them. From the Chakra Oracle deck, we have faith. Then we have insecurity. From the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, we have Page of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles. And we have card number 51 from the Goddess Power deck, the Sun. Next we have card number 45, Saraswati Mastery. And then from the Energy Oracle deck, we have card number 48, Angel of Balance. And then we have Broken Heart. Next, from the Wild Offering Oracle deck, we have Companionship. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. Intention. Intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes for me come true. Moths may be a sign for some people. Next, from the Magical Spell deck, we have card number 10, Authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. And finally, we have card number 5, Justice. By the power of 3x3, Matt deliver justice to me. So first, we have the card of faith. What should you focus on to most improve your life? And with the card of faith, and also this 5 of Pentacles, and these people are looking for respite within that church, I think your faith may have been undermined in some way. And maybe you have lost faith or are losing faith because of something or in something because you've lost it, or it's just been such a freaking challenge. Something that's broken your heart. And I feel like this is saying to focus on rebuilding your faith. And now, I'm not saying even in this particular thing, but something that is the path of least resistance, of what can nourish and nurture your faith again. Your faith in yourself and spirit guides, your faith in life, your faith in justice and truth. Do you trust yourself? Do you trust yourself to make the right choices for you? Because whatever happened is not your fault. I'm hearing that it's not your fault. That you've done everything you could do. And we don't know the whole picture from our vantage point. So to start to take smaller actions or smaller leaps of faith. And I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, so if you want to manifest something into your life, think about something smaller you can manifest and work on that manifestation. Say, I don't know, I can think of coffee. So if you want coffee in your life, start manifesting coffee. Start to believe, because you're going to be able to manifest that coffee. And you're going to be surprised. And when you're thinking about it, you write out the intentions. You're going to start seeing images of coffee and things more often around you. So to put in that seed, and it doesn't have to be that, to put in that seed of manifestation, to begin to build your faith again. And build your faith in the world, in humanity. I also think to focus on, to look at Like if you see things where people are being harmed and there's just injustice, there's inequality, there's unfairness, there's imbalance, to fight for the opposite. Invest somehow in the opposite. So if your concern is injustice or inequality, to somehow start to invest your time or energy or money in fighting not against injustice or against inequality, but for fighting somehow for justice, for equality, rather than fighting against it. Don't resist the shadow. Instead, focus on the light. And I think this is what Spirit is saying, is where your focus needs to be is on the light. So focus on fighting for what's right, rather than fighting against what is wrong. Especially with the sun, I'm seeing to focus on the light. If you have any good friends, any at all, anybody, to focus on that positive relationship. And if there is nobody you feel you can trust, begin to look at yourself, and do you trust you? Do you trust yourself to make the right decisions, to protect your heart? Do you trust yourself to be a good companion for you? Do you cut yourself down? Do you sabotage yourself? And if you do, then it's understandable that you wouldn't trust yourself, and then therefore not trust others. So start to take care of you in that way, to start to move away from self-deprecation, to move away from, to start investing in yourself in a way that you'd want someone else to invest in you, that you'd want a friend or a family member. How do you want them to treat you? And if you want them to treat you in a certain way, treat yourself that way, particularly if you don't treat yourself that way. Also, with the Page of Pentacles and mastery, I think there's a gift, a skill, a talent, or something you're really interested in, that it would be, if you're training or you're getting education, or there is something that does spark your fire, of passion, of something you're very interested in. I think this is telling you to start to really truly invest in it, focus on it, master the art. Master the art, I'm hearing. To take your time to do that, your time and your energy and your effort. And mastering that art of whatever truly interests you. Whatever you want that education in. Whatever you want training in. Or if you want to master the art of, there's some kind of a musical instrument here. So if, take lessons, learn from people, look at YouTube videos, do whatever you need to do to really invest in that particular gift or interest that you have. I think that will help you to heal your heart, and possibly even with whatever cause you might be interested in, that if you go to volunteer or invest that way, whether it's a religious activity or if it's a social justice issue, but I think to connect, whether online or in person, with like-minded people that are passionate about the same causes you are, or have the same skill that you do, or have that interest, to connect with people somehow regarding to that, with that common interest, who have similar intentions that you do. And also we have balance here twice. So the angel of balance and justice, but they both have, you know, it's about balance. So also to look at what's out of balance in your life, to work on bringing that into balance and harmony as far as you're capable. And I feel like you're going to bring more peace into your life, into yourself, and greater connections as you start to do these things and focus on it. Do you feel that setting intentions is going to bring you more harmony as well? Intentions that are authentic to you. Not because your friends want it, your family, but what is authentic to you? What do you want? And it's easy enough to say, but with this insecurity, typically insecurity, so we feel on some level that we aren't safe. And whether that's unsafe in relationships, which I think a lot of times insecurity has to do with how we feel other people see us or perceive us. And once again, that comes down to what we think about and perceive about ourselves. And I think focusing on the positive self-perception, and with authenticity in the sun, this is about you and about you being you. And if this is, and shining your light and being who you truly are, and to not allow those insecurities to hold you back toward what you really want in life. I mean, there are similarities, particularly with this sun and authenticity to pile 1, so if you were drawn to that at all. But I do feel that some of these investments that you're going to start to make in yourself into also rebuilding your faith and where your faith was lost is going to start to mend any heartbreak for you. And I do feel as you serve others and help others as well, that your hurt is going to heal. And as you trust yourself and invest in you and what you're really passionate about here, and you start to master that and step into your authenticity, that's going to heal you and heal the collective. And I feel it's also going to build your financial future somehow as you master this gift or talent. And also, if you're investing in and connecting with people in a cause that you're passionate about. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 2. If this resonated with you, please like the video and comment with a heart or a sun. And let's see, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I do upload new content almost every day. If you had any ideas for other readings, please put that in the comments as well. And I hope this inspired and encouraged you and gave you some insight. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day or evening wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for coming to my video, and I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Hi pile 3, this is your reading if you chose the amethyst crystal. And this reading is, what should you focus on to most improve your life? And we'll pull your cards and talk about it. From the Chakra Oracle deck, we have Facade. Then we have Abundance. And right away with these 2 yellow cards, I'm thinking of the solar plexus chakra. So to focus on your confidence. And I also am thinking, like right off the bat here, saving money. Saving money. And looking for money in places it might not be, that you might not expect it to be. Okay, and then from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, we have the 2 of Swords. And the 6 of Wands. Right away, I'm thinking here of coming into alignment, have your heart and your mind to come into alignment, into agreement, and looking to meditate to a point that you can come into agreement there. Because once your mind and your heart are in sync with each other, it's going to bring you victory. So whatever it feels like, it's like, I know I should do this, but my heart's saying no, or vice versa, to really step into that intuitive center and coming into that alignment, like the place above the heart and the head, to bring yourself victory and recognition. And to step out into the light, into your power. This need to develop that self-confidence. Next, we have a card from the Goddess Power deck, Oracle deck. We have card number 1, Adaptability. And then card number 20, the In-Between. And then we have the World from the Energy Oracle deck, card number 29. Some people might be going through a Saturn return. And then we have card number 21, Strategy. And then from the Wild Offering Oracle deck, it's Direction. Lord, please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body. And if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me. I feel that some of you may have prayed something to that effect. And we also have Independence. The more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child, dear Lord. And from the Magical Spell deck, we have card number 17, Courage. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. And I think courage also has to do with that solar plexus chakra and that Leo energy. And we're in Leo season now. So I feel this is going to be very highlighted for you. Your courage, your independence, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and how you shine in the world. And I feel this is kind of a common theme for all the piles so far. And then we have card number 37, Fertility. Let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. Yeah, I want to say again that this is a lot about how you're going to show up in the world. And I think that message, first message that came up through here, is to bring your heart and your mind in alignment. And even when you do that, to look beyond to your intuition for the direction that you need to take. Because that's where you're going to find it. You may be, in transition right now with this in between. And this is also asking you to be flexible, be adaptable. Because I'm seeing a lot of in-between energy. Like this is old age and youth. And then we have someone who's older and someone who is younger. And there's, him where he has, stress and concern. And she's just being very lighthearted and childlike. And there's something about healing the inner child and to embrace the energy of a child, because they get excited for change and new things oftentimes, and they are very adaptable, and they can just kind of roll with the punches in a way adults cannot, just because we have solidified our ways of being and things like that, and think we have to do things a certain way. And I think our learning actually starts to keep us in this box. And this is asking you to start to think outside of the box and get into what does it mean to be childlike. And I'm not saying childish, like foolish, but childlike. Have a new sense of wonder and excitement for the different paths and the road that you want to be on. To really think about how you want to show up in the world. Again, this keeps on coming up. So we also have here, we have independence. So you may be transferring to becoming independent. Maybe you're younger and are leaving your parents' house or leaving a relationship that, I don't really see that specifically, but there is something that you're moving on from and moving up from, like coming into a different life. Or maybe you just don't know what direction to take. And I think that advice still stands of going towards your intuition on that sense, and also embracing that inner child. What did you want to do as a child? If you have that mindset of a child who's free, who is in awe and wonder, who is excited for every day, who doesn't have the stresses of finances on their back, how would they approach this? How would they look at it? How could you look at your life and your situation from a child's eyes and perspective? Take a perspective of your life, of your situation, of whatever situation you're facing right now. And, if you were giving yourself advice, if you were your own friend or your parent or if you were somebody else and you looked at your life, what advice would you give them? So look at it from the outside looking in. Look at your situation, the outside looking in. What would you say to yourself as your own best friend in that situation? Because here we get our own, worries, anxieties. We're not sure what's going to happen. We're concerned. Our heart, our feelings are involved in the situation. So taking that outside perspective, that's going to be the most wise advice you can give yourself. I mean, if you do have people that you can really trust in your life, to ask them for their advice. Any elders here, I'm also seeing, on top of, stepping into that childlike energy. If you do have any elders or any people who are wise within your life, to ask them for their advice. But also, I think this is telling you to step into your own power and your own courage. I mean, with all of these three cards, with the solar plexus and courage, it's like, once you know what to do, to step into it, jump into it, like a child would, just jump into it once you know your direction. And I do believe this is a fertile time where things are going to start to come to fruition for you. And I feel like the changes that you've asked for in your life and this new journey, it might hold some fear for you. And I feel like the things that are happening for you now are things you have manifested. And although change is just not comfortable, it's just not comfortable because it's something different. But I do think it's asking you to embrace that childlike energy. Also, if you need wisdom, to ask from elders, wise people, people you trust, and to take and get your own wisdom and take that outside perspective of your own life and what advice you would give to yourself. Because I feel like you know what to do, and usually we know what to do, we're just afraid to do it. And of whatever the consequences are, or how it's going to hurt to lose whatever we're leaving behind. But we're always in a transition. When something new comes, something old leaves to make space for it. So I think this is really asking you to empower yourself and to take those steps. And once you have that clear direction, because I think you know what to do, it's just like there's a fear. But you are going to be victorious. You're going to come out of this ahead. And I think you're going to come up with a strategy and a plan. I think to really journal and to write it down or somehow express it. Start to express your feelings, express the possibilities of what you can do and how you can, if you can, bring friends into the situation, or even, find new information to help you to brainstorm. But to really step into that childlike energy as well. So you have both the adult and the child. So the adult has to do some things like planning and, making adult choices. But to really embrace it as a child would, and as an exciting new adventure. Because I feel like you're going on an exciting new adventure. You're going to see the world in a new way. And to really embrace that and take that leap of faith. Be the fool. This is the beginning of the journey. I feel fool energy. And you may be resistant to taking that leap of faith. And I think this is saying to take that leap of faith. You can plan, you can journal, you can, but just step forward into what your intuition is telling you to do and to move toward. So that is what I have for you, pile number 3. I hope that inspired and encouraged you and gave you some insight. Moths I think came up in pile 2 as well. I don't know if you want to take a look at that. There are some things that are looking kind of similar. Anyhow, we're going to go to, let's say, like and comment with maybe a compass or a moth or something like that. And subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. If you do have any ideas for some other pick a card tarot readings, please leave that in the comments. If there's anything else you'd like to learn about regarding spirituality or mental emotional health, stuff like that, I would appreciate that. And I hope this inspired and encouraged you and gave you some insight, and you have a beautiful and blessed day wherever you are, day or night in the world. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'm going to move on to pile number 4. Hi, pile 4. This is your reading if you chose the Scolasite. And this reading is what you should focus on in order to improve your life. And we're going to pull the cards and talk about them. From the Chakra Oracle deck, we have complacency, prayer, the King of Pentacles from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, the Tower, Great Goddess, Sacred Unity, card number 17. And that's the Goddess Power deck. Card number 3, Aryan, I can't pronounce that, Time. I'm hearing that Only Time song. Who can say where the road goes, where the love, only time. And yeah, is that? I don't know. I'm not a singer. I'm hearing that. Only time. Okay, from the Energy Oracle deck, we have card number 8, Indecision. I'm hearing choose a path. I see 2 different paths, and I feel like doing nothing is holding you in complacency, is holding you in place. And if you do not make that choice for yourself, the universe is going to come in and make the choice for you. And that may not be very comfortable. So get up and do something. That's what I'm hearing. Do something. Take a step in a direction. You're going to get to where you need to go, whatever direction you take. But just take that first action, and the next step will then be made clear to you. Next, we have Man Holding a Heart. And we have from the Wild Offering Oracle deck, Health. Allow me, Divine, to be tender and accepting of my body, no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. I mean, lemon water might be good for some of you. As long as you're not allergic or anything. Lemon water is very cleansing. It's cleansing of the liver, but it's cleansing of your entire body. It also helps put your pH balance in order. So as long as you're not allergic to it, lemon water is going to can only do you good. Next we have Truth. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take me over and speak through me. For some of you I feel this is saying to go to the doctor, go to a naturopath, go somewhere to just check on your health and to pay attention to your health, no matter how old you are or whether or not you have ailments. To really nurture your health is very important, because if you don't have health, you don't have anything. And anybody who's ever been sick, just sick, and I'm not saying deathly ill, but you know what I'm talking about, when you're really laid out and you can't do anything and you feel like shit and nothing else really matters. So if you don't have health, you don't have anything. That's the most important. So I do feel like this is saying to take some focus on your physical health. Exercise, diet, go to the doctor, go to the naturopath, look into supplements. Definitely seeing the hydration and that cleansing and that water. So it's great to pray, it's great to meditate, but then to take that positive, inspired action. I feel you need to take action. You need to choose a path. Just take a step, and the next step will be shown to you. You're not going to know the whole destiny. You're not going to know everything from the get-go. Okay. From the Magical Spell deck, we have card number 24, Magical Powers. I weave and clear, I cast and know, magic's secrets to me now show. Next, we have Destiny, card number 8. All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. Everything I need to know as I walk shall now be shown. So that's what I said. Once you take that step, your next step will be shown to you. You're going to reach your destiny no matter what. Just take that first step. It'll get you out of stagnancy, get you out of complacency. I also feel that doing some magical work will help to focus on the magic. Do some spells or manifestation work towards this. Maybe you want to do a spell for truth, a spell for health. Feeling herbs, working with herbs, because a lot of times, magic has to do with working with herbs and also working with the moon cycles. Maybe doing some yogic flows, doing some meditation of the moon cycles to help you release, I'm thinking, and help you to start to manifest. I think some of you may be discouraged. There's something relating to a masculine energy, whether that's you or a boss or a romantic partner. And you may not know what to do in regard to this person, or there could even be two energies here. And you're not sure what the truth is or what direction to take here. And still, the same advice remains, is to take a step in that direction. Like, I feel like the best way to find out whether or not you can trust someone is to trust them. And I know that sounds funny, but once you trust them, then, and decide to do that, and I'm not saying ignore blaring signs, but I'm saying to take that leap of faith into trust. And once you do that, if they are as untrustworthy stuff, it's going to become more clear. Rather than feeling suspicious of someone all the time and all of their actions, to just decide to trust, the truth will come out in time. It always comes out. The truth always comes out. And you don't even have to do anything for that to happen. It will happen for you. This is a destined decision, and I don't think you can make the wrong choice here. Once again, I don't feel there's anything wrong. I think you're coming in unity with your truth, like the great goddess, sacred unity. And if there's someone you're interested in and they have a love offer for you, I think this is saying to receive that love offer, take that chance. And that is if you have that intuitive nudge to do so. I do feel you're on a destined path, and with this destined path, you can't make the wrong decision. Because I feel like there's, like, what if I go on the wrong path? What if I go on the wrong path? You'll be redirected on the right path. Or no matter what step you take, it's going to lead you. Okay, so it cut off while I was talking. And I think the last main message that came through for you is that you should do some work on some magic or manifestation or your spirituality in some way, because I'm really feeling occult here, and you have great powers in that direction, whether you're psychic or a witch or magician, whatever area like that, I think you are destined for great powers, and you have very powerful energy. And as you invest in it, you're going to really, I think you're going to be even surprised by the level of power you have. So that's something you really need to invest in, is that connection, that spirituality here. Because sacred, great goddess, magical powers. Then you have the tower, destiny. This is your destiny. And your abundance is going to come along with it as you take these steps. I don't think you've seen the truth of who you are. This great goddess, this magical powers. You're gonna be amazed at yourself and at your own powers. So start to step in that direction of your spirituality if you have not yet. And if you have, you're gonna unveil greater powers, greater magical powers, psychic powers, and the ability to manifest and bring things from the spirit realm to this earthly realm. And you're going to blow some people away that way, figuratively speaking, and yourself. I think it's going to be just amazing. And I think you've had such a great struggle in your life because you are so powerful. And so that's why things have come against you the way they have. And it's also helped to increase that level of power within you and in your abilities. And so that's what I have for you, pile 4. So please like and comment with, I don't know, lightning or something magical, if that resonated with you. And comment if there, also put a comment if there's any like future tarot readings you would like to see, or anything about spirituality, health, emotions, relationships, whatever. If there's stuff you want to learn about and hear about, that would work too. And subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. I do upload new content almost every day. Please have a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world. And thank you so much for coming to my channel. Have a wonderful day. Bye.